welcome back. My name is Steph from stephjking.com, coming to you from beautiful Brisbane, Australia. And today we're going to be cleaning out your social media. Well, I'm going to be cleaning out my social media. You can too if you've been following along in the minimalism journey that I'm currently on. If you're new here, I am on this journey of just decluttering my whole house, including digital spaces, online spaces. So if this is your jam, then make sure you hit that subscribe button below the video here and tick that notification bell as well. And then that way you can get notified when my next minimalism video gets published or uploaded, whatever you want to say. Anyway, we are keeping with the online space in this video. We did the digital space in the last one a few days ago. So today we are diving into social media. My first tip is to have a little bit of a preparation plan in place. So for me, I don't have a bunch of social media platforms. I pretty much have 3 that I use regularly: YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, which I need to go through and clean out. And my plan of attack is I'm going to do my YouTube first, because I feel like I've kept my subscription base of channels to a limit, I suppose. I think I have about 59 channels that I subscribe to at the moment, and that actually sounds like a lot, but when you compare it to Instagram and Facebook, it's not. So I'm going to start out with YouTube and get that out, and then that way I'll probably feel a little bit more motivated to keep going. And then I'm going to do Instagram and Facebook. Now, I know with Facebook, if you do something too quickly, if it's if it's not normal activity for your profile, it flags it to Facebook, and then they may put like a partial ban, so you might not be able to delete friends or go through messages and delete messages or whatever it is. So I'm going to take this process very slowly so I don't get any bans or any holds put onto my Instagram or my Facebook account at all. So I may go between Instagram and Facebook to give like one platform a break as I'm doing it, or I might just do it in bite-sized pieces over a couple of days, which I probably will do anyway, because I don't want to be sitting here for hours going through this stuff in one sitting. But once we have the plan in place, it's moving on to setting an intention. Now, my intention for this year is that I want to learn and share as much as I possibly can. So based on that, I need to remove as much like noise or things that are going to compete for my attention. And living in this day and age, there is a lot of competition. There's ads everywhere that we're looking, and our attention span just goes from one thing to the next constantly. So what I want to do is remove as much of that noise or distractions as I possibly can. So anything that I just simply do as a form of entertainment, I kind of want to reduce that down as much as I can, and just surround myself with like books and courses and trainings and all that kind of stuff. So for me, it isn't about reducing, who I follow or my friends right down to the bare bone, but I will be reducing it quite significantly, because I have an idea of what I want to surround myself with, like the emotions I want to feel and the type of energy that I want to be like surrounding myself with to sort of thrive off of. So based on I know what I want to do this year, I just need to trust my gut, and I'm just going to try and be ruthless, I suppose, in when I do see a page, whether or not I truly feel 100% connected to them. And I know that when I'm going through them, I know that there are people that I will know without a doubt that I want to keep following and watch their journey. And there's some people where I may be questionable. And then there's some people which I know I just don't have that connection with them anymore. And that's not to say that all these people that I will be, removing from my online platform aren't amazing people. Just at this moment in my life, I just don't have that full connection with them. And I appreciate them for who they are. And in fact, if I am going to unfollow or unfriend someone, I will, within myself, show them gratitude and appreciation for what they did bring into my life. Okay, so I have my laptop here. I just went through and calculated how many subscriptions I have, and I have 56. So I have quite a few, considering there's only probably a handful that I actually do continue to watch or actively watch now. So I'm just going to go through them and figure out which ones I want to stay subscribed to and which ones I don't. Okay, so I'm done. That just took a few minutes. So I now have 21 channels that I subscribe to. Some of them I unsubscribe to. Those people I actually really enjoy, but they're just not active on YouTube, but they are active on other social media platforms. So there were a few that I actually unsubscribed to that I know are very active on Instagram, that I follow them there anyway. So I've just unsubscribed just to keep it nice and neat and tidy, because I just find it pointless keeping people on there if they're not actually uploading to YouTube. There were also a couple of music channels that do royalty-free music that sometimes I will get music from, but most of the time I use Artlist. I will leave a link to Artlist below for you to check out if you want royalty-free music for your videos. But I did save those to my favorites just in case if I ever want to go and check out any of the music there. So that is pretty much my YouTube done. I'm now going to move over onto my Instagram, which I will do on my phone because it's obviously a lot easier on my phone going through the people that I'm following. And let's go. Okay, I now have Instagram up on my laptop as well. I actually thought it was going to be easier to do it on my phone, but I think it might be easier to do it on my laptop. So what I might do is I'm going to go through the list that I follow, and currently it's 417. And I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes. And then once 15 minutes is up, I might move on to something else, just because, like I said earlier, I don't want to get banned or my account put on hold for anything. And sometimes if you do unfollow a bunch of people on Instagram, it'll actually pop up with a warning to say, slow down. So I'll see what I can do in 15 minutes and then I guess we'll go from there. So what I did there was I was just going through my following list, and some of them I knew that I just never see in my feed anymore. So I would open up and check their profile and I'd have a look at the past couple of photos that they would have posted. And yeah, they hadn't posted in like sometimes a couple of years. So I just unfollowed them, and some of them were my friends, but I know that they're active on Facebook and I'm friends with them on Facebook. So I'm just going to remove them from Instagram because they're not active anyway. So in the 15 minutes, I got down to 387. So what was I at? Like 417 or something? I don't know what happened there, but it actually said 268. Yet when I hit the refresh, I then had 387, which was completely wrong. So I actually had to go and re-unfollow all those people all over again. So I'm going to give Instagram a break, and then I'm now going to go over onto Facebook, and we're going to figure out the plan of attack there, because there's a few things that we need to look at on Facebook. There's obviously groups, pages, and then your actual friends. So on Facebook, I think I have about 1,400 friends on there. And to be honest, I don't personally know all of those people, because a few years ago, I was part of an amazing marketing community. But being a part of that community, I found that I obviously became friends with a lot of them. So I had like a lot of friends from that group on Facebook. So when new people joined that group, they noticed that I was a friend with a lot of their mutual friends, and I would often come up as a suggested friend for them. So I get friend requests all the time, and I've gone from that phase of like wanting to network and open up my friends list to whoever and whomever, as long as they, you know, gave out a positive vibe and they weren't spammy or weird or not real. But now I'm kind of like, I want to make sure that the circle of influence that I have around me is the right influence. And again, I'm not saying I want to like cut everyone out or anything like that. It's, I just know where I'm going this year and I want to make sure that I've got the right resources, tools, and people around me to help me get there. So let's move over onto Facebook. And again, I'm going to actually not put it on for 15 minutes yet. I think let's figure out, if we go to groups, I'm a part of a lot of groups. So I think I'm just going to go through, like if I scroll through, yeah, there's quite a few there that I definitely need to check. Yeah, so there's a bit there. So I'm just going to go through all the groups and just have a look at whether I actually go into them or not. Because to be honest, there's 2 or 3 groups that come to mind that I will actively go in and participate in, or actively will go and look at the posts in that group. So I think anything else outside of that, I'm just going to remove. But this may take a little bit longer than 15 minutes. So this is why I left Facebook right to the end, because I knew it was going to be a lot more effort to clean out my Facebook than Instagram and YouTube. But that's what happens. So let's go through groups. Okay, I've now finished the groups. There's some that I just need to go in to check a couple of things before I decide whether I'm going to stay in there. But other than that, I've reduced it quite well, I think. And a lot of them, I don't actually actively go into them, but I have previously, because I've purchased like a training program that group actually supports that program. So I'm going to keep it there for now, and then I'm just going to go through to make sure that just have a look at like the training program and see if there's links in there to the groups. And then that way I know when I go through the program again, if I do, I can just join the group again anyway. So if that's the case, I'm then going to come in and just remove myself from the group for now on anything that I'm not active in. So let's go have a look at pages. We'll go to liked pages and let's go through them, and I'm going to unlike them. Oh, but before I do, a tip on the groups thing is, when I was going through them and I was looking at them and then I was hitting the little doobie whacker, like the little cogwheel, and then going leave group, it would actually then refresh the page and it would always take me to the top of the page. So what I then started to do was I would then open the group in a separate tab at the top, but only do a few at a time, because I opened like a bunch and it was just like buffering for a long time. So if you open a few at a time and then go into the groups to leave, it's just so much easier and so much faster than working off that one page. Because yeah, like I said, every time I'd go and click on the little cogwheel and go leave group, it would then refresh and take me to the start, and I'd have to scroll back down again. So a little tip for you there if you're going to clean out your groups. But moving on, let's do pages that I've liked. Scrolling through at the moment, some of them I'm like, oh yep, all good, and then some I'm just like, really, I don't know who you are, and I definitely don't see you on my feed. So let's start from the top and make our way down. didn't take as long as what I was expecting. It had this little review liked pages here. So I just clicked the get started button and it brought it up like this, and I just went through. So that was cool. So that's the pages I've liked are much better than, oh, actually, there's a lot on here that I would have still unliked. What's going on, Facebook? I may need to go figure that one out. All right, well, let's keep going then. I'm not finished. All right, now I'm done. I've just quickly scrolled through and yeah, it's a lot less than what it was before. I don't have so many pages anymore. All right, so groups are done, pages are done. Now I just need to go through my friends. Let's see how much. Okay, so I have 1,435 friends. So what I'm going to do is I will set a timer for 15 minutes to do this one. I'm not going to show you the screen because I don't want people's personal information obviously on there. So you'll just get to see my pretty face for a little while. Timer's gone off, so that was 15 minutes and I've got my friends list down to 1,181 now. So what I'm going to do is over the next couple of evenings, I'm going to just block out half an hour in my calendar to keep going through my Facebook friends list and also the people that I follow on Instagram. I feel like it's also naturally going to happen as well because when I'm scrolling through the feed or watching Insta stories, there's people that I'm probably not really gonna feel that connection with, and I can just unfollow them from like right there and then, so I don't have to actually wait until I block out that time. But I will keep going over the next couple of days and then I'll come back to share with you the end result on everything. Hey, welcome back. It's now a few days later, probably even a week maybe. And I've gotten through cleaning out the rest of my Instagram on my Facebook, and I just took it slowly. So each night just before I was going to go to bed, I'd have some dedicated social media time where I'd just do some aimlessly scrolling. So I thought I would use that time to go through and just unfriend or unfollow anyone that I wasn't just feeling a connection with. And yeah, so now let's check out how many I'm following on Instagram and then how many friends I've got on Facebook. On Instagram, I've gotten down to following 201 other people. And then on Facebook, I'm down to 678 friends. So I think I did quite well. Anyway, let me know how you're going in the comments below. And if you are new here, then I would love for you to be part of my online family. If you would like to, hit that subscribe button. I will also leave a link for you here, just that little circle of my face. And my next video will be up in another few days, which will be another minimalism video. So keep an eye out for that one. Until then, I'll leave a couple of other videos on this side for you to check out. Take care and keep up the work on your decluttering, and I will see you very soon. Bye.